name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Hi, I'm Pascale Gibon, your host. Welcome back to episode 385 of the Everyday Life Balance Show. Thank you for tuning in. In last week's episode 384 on setting boundaries, I touched briefly upon preserving one of our most valuable assets, our time. Imagine reflecting on your life and realizing that you spent most of your time rushing, completing to-do lists, and waiting for someday to enjoy yourself finally. But what if time freedom isn't about more hours, but about making the hours we have truly meaningful? Time is something we never get back. Therefore, let's dive deep into something that touches our hearts, the preciousness of time freedom. In a world where we often feel like there's never enough time as we get caught up in endless commitments, a key question arises. How can we take control of our time and reclaim it? A simple definition of time freedom is having the time to do what you want. How does it sound to you? Does it apply to your current life? Do you regularly find the time to do the things you want to do? If so, I congratulate you. If not, an essential factor to consider when evaluating time freedom is the difference between doing things you love and spending time doing chores you dislike. This nuance makes all the difference between flowing through life with purpose and intention and watching the clock because you are engaged in activities that demotivate you. For example, you can't wait for the end of a working day. You deserve to experience flowing through life. Let me share a personal story. I remember a time at work when I felt I wasn't using my full potential because I had outgrown my work. It was sad to feel like I was wasting my time because my work no longer seemed meaningful to my personal growth. As a result, I decided to change my job to something more exciting. It's key to recognize whether we spend time on things that fulfill us or simply go through the motions. Let's explore how we can ensure we spend our time wisely. Time is precious and how we spend it is valuable. However, this reality isn't valid for everyone. If what you do with your time matters to you, then the preciousness of time is valuable. Have you ever considered this idea? Do you spend your time wisely, doing the things you love most? Savoring valuable time with your family and friends? Is there a balance between what you do at work and how you spend the rest of your days? Or does it feel like you are on a hamster wheel, forever running fast as quickly as time goes and on empty? As we enter the season of spring, we set a new rhythm. Have you told yourself, I wish I had more time lately? If so, here are 3 signs that it's time to reclaim your time freedom. Number 1, you enjoy what you do and crave more time in the day for the things you love. That's the soul's yearnings. Number 2, you are inundated with activities and can't fit everything in. Overwhelm isn't serving you. And number 3, you constantly race against the clock. You're missing the beautiful moments. Now, here is the heart-centered approach to reclaiming your time. If you love what you do, but wish you had more time, celebrate that passion. Life isn't about rushing. It's about savoring every moment of that beautiful journey. Do you feel overwhelmed by too many commitments? If so, pause. Reconsider your options. Prioritize what matters most first and pour your energy there. And if you're constantly running against time, it's time to slow down. Do you ever feel like you sprint through life, always rushing to the next task, yet feeling like something is missing? Maybe it's the smile of a loved one you were too distracted to notice, or the peaceful silence you didn't take time to enjoy. Time freedom isn't just about managing our hours. It's about being present for life's most beautiful, magical, and fleeting moments. They deserve your presence. Reclaiming time freedom is a matter of reassessing our values and aligning our lives with them as much as possible. It's about finding joy in the alignment, like a puzzle piece fitting perfectly into place. For example, if you value exercising at least 3 times a week, does it fit your schedule? If not, you need to decide to review your schedule and include some me time to re-energize. Reclaiming time freedom could also mean slowing down your activities. If you have been running non-stop like a headless chicken, take a deep breath, step back, and reconnect with how you feel about your daily goals. Lastly, reclaiming time freedom could also mean replacing the free time you have created with valuable time spent on activities or no activities. I often hear from financial advisors that when you are financially free, you can get your time back. Financial freedom indeed gives us better lifestyle choices. We may decide to work or not or spend leisurely time. However, many testimonials reveal that true time freedom comes from aligning our days with our deepest values. What matters most to you? Is it quality time with family, creative expression, self-care? Whatever it is, let's make space for it. We can't discuss time freedom without mentioning effective productivity. To free your time, you need to implement a system that works effectively. A valuable and practical tool is the Eisenhower Matrix with a heart-centered twist. Here is how you can prioritize your tasks. Urgent and important. Do this task in full presence. Important but not urgent. Schedule these with intention. Urgent but not important. Delegate with grace. And neither urgent nor important. Release with love. In addition, other effective productivity methods are time blocking for focus. You schedule an uninterrupted work period to stay productive. It could be 1 hour or 5 hours. Batching similar tasks is another way. You reduce mental fatigue by grouping similar activities. Lastly, there is the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, which states that you should focus on 20% of the tasks that create 80% of your results. Beautiful soul, here is your invitation to transformation. Step 1, take a second pause to review your typical week. Step 2, notice what lights you up and what drains your energy. And step 3, make one small shift this week to honor your time better. Ryan Levesque is a successful author and marketer who decided last year to spend time with his family. He bought a family farm in Vermont. He has 2 children and said, "I only have 5 years left with my boys." His big why is the remaining years left to spend valuable time with his wife and children before becoming an empty nester. These will be very precious times indeed. I think the ultimate form of time freedom is being fully present and mindful of the moment. Sadly, too many people live their lives blindfolded and don't realize the preciousness of every minute. Being fully present is a conscious decision worth considering. Remember, being present is about quality over quantity, intention over hustle, and alignment over achievement. Your time is precious and how you spend it matters. Infuse every moment with purpose and love, whether you're building a business, nurturing relationships, or creating space for self-discovery. I challenge you to take 5 minutes today to reflect on your time freedom. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, if I had complete freedom over my time, what would I do differently today? Write down your answer and take one small action towards it this week. I hope this episode has enlightened you on managing your time better and enjoying some time freedom. Until we connect again, remember that you can create a spacious, meaningful, and truly free life. Start small, stay consistent, and watch the magic unfold. In the words of Sufi, let the beauty we love be what we do. I'm sending you lots of love and light on your journey to time freedom. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.